Hey folks, Cynda 369 back with another one. Remember January 6th? Yeah, wild time. Well, the Supreme Court decided to spice things up again. They kinda sorta changed the rules about what counts as obstruction during the Capitol riot. This is like changing the recipe potato salad after everyone's eaten it. Awkward. Turns out, proving someone actually to stop Congress from doing its thing just got trickier. Prosecutors are scrambling, defense attorneys are celebrating, and judges, they're the ones stuck with the mess. This whole Supreme Court switcheroo has thrown a wrench into the gears of justice, especially for the hundreds of people charged with obstruction. It's like finding out your gym membership doesn't cover the Stairmaster after you climbed all those imaginary floors. Let's talk about Thomas Robertson. This guy wasn't just some dude caught in the moment. He was an off-duty police officer. Talk about backing the blue into a corner. Robertson got sentenced to over 7 years for, you guessed it, obstruction. But now his lawyers are like, hold up. The Supreme Court said, hold my beer. We need a do-over. They're arguing the original charges were too harsh. Prosecutors, on the other hand, are clutching their pearls and their legal briefs, arguing Robertson knew exactly what he was doing. It's a classic he said, she said situation, except instead of a breakup, we're talking about years in prison. No pressure. Remember those 350 plus people facing charges related to January 6th? Yeah, they're watching Robertson's case like it's the season finale of their favorite show. If he gets off easy, they might be popping bottles of sparkling cider, of course, since they're under house arrest. But hold your horses. Just because the Supreme Court clarified what obstruction means doesn't mean these folks are off the hook. Think of it like this. You can't be convicted of stealing a car if you just borrowed it, but you might still get busted for driving without a license. Prosecutors are getting creative. They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at these defendants, hitting them with charges like seditious conspiracy and assault. It's a legal game of whack-a-mole, and right now, the moles seem to be winning. Section 4. Case Law Shuffle. Judges play junk up with sentences. Here's where it gets really interesting. Read, confusing. Each new January 6th case is like building a Jenga tower of legal precedent. One wrong move, and the whole thing could come crashing down. Take Joseph Fisher, for example. He stormed the Capitol, took selfies, and even stole a coat rack. Classic tourist behavior, right? Well, a judge gave him a slap on the wrist, citing the Supreme Court's ruling. But then there's Michael Sparks, who also got a lighter sentence after initially being charged with obstruction. Prosecutors appealed, arguing Sparks' actions were more than just a stroll through the Capitol. It's a legal tug of war, and no one knows who's going to win. Section 5. Justice. Coming soon to a courthouse near you. Maybe. So, what does this all mean? Buckle up, because the legal battles over January 6th are far from over. The Supreme Court might have thrown a wrench in the works. The fight for justice continues. Will those responsible be held accountable? Will the legal system adapt and overcome? Will anyone ever figure out what actually happened that day? stay tuned, folks. This roller coaster ride through the American legal system is just getting started. Thanks, folks. Cynda 369 out. Until next time, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.